It's unfortunate that Rockstar had to comment on this, but with the way GTA Online and even Red Dead Online were going, with their focus being primarily on those online portions, it was a legitimate concern of the community. But as you can read from the title, Rockstar did alleviate that concern, and they said single player is not dead. So in this video, I just wanted to talk about that and some other things they said in one of the earnings calls this past week. I'll leave a link to the article in the description as always, but this is coming from actually the Take-Two CEO, Strauss Zelnick. Every 3 months, they do these earning calls where they talk to the shareholders and the shareholders can ask questions and stuff. And one of those questions happened to just be, is Rockstar, are they going to continue making single player games? And what Strauss Zelnick had to say, one of the quotes, "The folks at Rockstar Games intend to create a powerful single player experience and a story-driven experience. And Rockstar's always been known for great stories and great single-player experiences. And then they developed, in addition, a massive multiplayer opportunity over the past years." He continued by saying, "Rockstar's ability to have success in both single-player and multiplayer within its games demonstrates that the developer doesn't have to choose between the two. It can have both. This was reported a couple of weeks ago, but GTA Online and Red Dead set new player records in 2020. While the base games themselves also continued to reach new sales milestones. GTA 5 actually sold 140 million total copies now, which is absolutely ridiculous. Most games don't even get to 10 million. GTA 5 is at 140 million. The only other game that's sold more is freaking Minecraft, to put that in perspective. But continuing the first paragraph, they say this is all despite GTA 5 not actually having a single player expansion. In the past, of course, we all know GTA 4 had but had a couple of single player expansions, and then even Red Dead Redemption 1 had had one or two expansions for single player. Of course, in those games, the online mode wasn't as big though. Strauss went on to then say, "We deliver an array of experiences that range from hyper-casual mobile to the most complex, the most robust single-player and multiplayer experiences, and we continue to do that." And then they do bring up the fact that at a certain point, early on, maybe in 2013 or 2014, early 2014, Rockstar said it was going to make a story mode DLC for GTA 5. They actually had a newswire where they said to be on the lookout for more stories involving Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. But we all know that never happened because they focused on GTA Online. And then the article ends by mentioning how a couple of years ago, in this first paragraph, they state certain companies thought single player was dead. I think EA was one of them. And the bottom paragraph, he says, the head CEO, he says that no one in their shop thought single player was dead. We didn't believe it then, and they don't believe it now. So with all of this being said, and by the way, if you are a little confused, the Take-Two CEO, that's basically the head Rockstar boss, right? Because Rockstar fall under Take-Two, and at the end of the day, Take-Two's the publisher. I think for the most part, Take-Two deals with the business side of things. And if Take-Two says, hey, we're making more single player games because that means we're going to make more money, Rockstar are going to follow suit. And I mean, we all kind of knew GTA 6 was going to be a single player game. I mean, it would be ridiculous to be an online only game. But that's not really, I think, what many people were worried about. I think many people were worried about the DLCs, about maybe some of those other games that Rockstar used to make. And it's unfortunate they didn't really specify specifically, hey, we're going to do this, 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 and this, but it is something to be on the lookout in the future. Obviously GTA and I guess Red Dead are the two main games, but what happened to those other games? What happened to Bully? What happened to, a Max Payne style game? Obviously Max Payne 3 had a sort of an ending to it, but stuff like that. What happened to Midnight Club? That was one of my favorite games, my favorite racing games back in the day, and that just disappeared. Those are all single player games, And maybe them saying that single player isn't dead, maybe that means they're going to figure out a way to release some of those games. Maybe in between the giant emptiness of their bigger titles. Obviously, since 2013, there's been absolutely nothing released single player wise except for Red Dead Redemption 2, where before 2013, it was like every year there was some new Rockstar title. Obviously, nowadays games do take more time to make and more manpower and all that, but I think Rockstar is one of the biggest companies, and it would be nice to see some single player DLCs for GTA 6. It would be nice to see some single player DLCs, maybe for Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe Undead Nightmare 2. It would be nice to see a Bully 2 or something just to switch it up every now and then. And I really hope that what they're saying here isn't just lip service. I hope it's not just like them saying, hey guys, definitely we're making single player games, and then for them to just flip the switch and be like, psych, nope, we got your money, we're not anymore. I hope they really do take this, I guess, seriously, because I think there's a lot of people out there, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you think this is true, at least for you specifically, but I think there's a lot of people out there who would like single player games like I mentioned. But it is interesting, and I thought it was something just to keep note of, because obviously we are all anticipating GTA 6 and all that. And it's good to hear, like, from the head guy that, look, single player is not going anywhere. So at least for the time being, for the future, single player should be a pretty solid staple of future Rockstar games. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Just thought we could have maybe a pretty interesting discussion on this particular topic. Thank you guys for watching, though. Please drop the video like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA content, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.